Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to do a day in the life style of video. We've got some things going on today. I've got a Halloween event at Once Upon a Child I want to hit up. I do have to stop at Martin's and grab some stuff for groceries. And then I got a lot of awesome ideas and whatever mom life packed behind that. So I am so happy to have you guys here for sure. And if you're new here, I want to say hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Monica and I am a stay-at-home mom of 4 boys. I got 2 in school. One is in 8th grade and one is in kindergarten. It is very hectic around here. I promise you that. So in between of taking care of all my little ones, I do take care of myself too. So I got myself a coffee and I'm going to go ahead and hurry up and get myself dressed. I think it was like 5 o'clock in the morning when I'm doing this, and I was so tired. Do you know how hard it is to want to record at 5 o'clock in the morning, but be just too tired to even function, y'all? I did my best. I did my best for y'all. But after I get myself ready, I go ahead and start getting the boys ready. It takes a long time to get them all ready, especially when none of them want you to get them ready. None of them, you just have to do it and you have to work with them. And we just work together to try to do it the best we can. So as soon as I get them all ready, I go ahead and start getting us ready to pack up and go. So I'm filling up everybody's cups right now and we're going to get ready to get out this door. So I am so excited to show you guys what we got from Once Upon a Child. We did get costumes. So I'll show you what the boys are going to be here in a little bit. Yes, I am stuffing my purse with snacks. So I keep our diaper bag in the car and just replenish it as needed. And so when we go away for a long amount of time, that's when I put snacks in my purse and just take it with us. But we're going to go ahead and drop AJ off. And then I've got to get gas. Guys, gas at Sam's was $3.15. This was the cheapest I paid for gas in a long time. Let me know what the gas prices are near y'all. Then we're going to go ahead and get to Once Upon a Child. I did not get a chance to record any there. It was extremely hectic with the amount of people that I did get there just after they opened. So I did not get to record much. Y'all, so we just got back from the stores. I did just record this for my weekly grocery haul. So if you guys want to see what I got, if you don't see it here, I will have that video linked for you guys below. But we're going to go ahead and get this stuff put away. So this was my Martin's haul for this week. It was a pretty big haul. If you guys are not new to the channel, you know I love to shop Martin's deals. So yes, you see what I got, but if you would like to know what the sales were that I got, you can go ahead and hit up that video. I did post it on Wednesday. So I'll link it though in the description below, but we're going to go ahead and get the stuff put away. It is now like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, y'all. And it just feels like the whole day is gone, but I had fun. And you know what? That's all that matters. Sometimes it's just more important to have fun. Yes, I know, fun. But it was fun for me. I love driving 45 minutes to hunt for a Halloween costume. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. So I left this house. I left the house at like 8 o'clock this morning to take AJ to school. It is now 12:50, and I haven't eaten yet today. But I'm not quite ready to eat yet either. I think I'm gonna show you guys what we got from Once Upon a Child. I was very disappointed to begin with when we got there because it is a 50-minute drive. And it didn't look like they had anything. I looked once and I didn't see anything. I looked twice and I didn't see anything. And I was about to give up. And then I found something for AJ. And then they brought out more costumes in Austin's size. So I was able to find something for him. And then Carson picked something, but what he said he wanted to be, we couldn't find. and he picked something else. And then I had found what he said in a larger size, but I know I can make it work. So I said, well, do you want this? And he said, yeah. So we ended up getting something, and we ended up doing what we went there to do. So I want to show you what I got though, because I love hitting up Once Upon a Child's like Halloween events. Costumes are so expensive these days, and to go there and be able to get all three of the kids a costume plus holiday themed books and accessories and stuff for under what I would pay for the costumes, I feel like it's just so worth it. So let me show you. All right, so this is all the goodies that I picked up, and I did spend $43. I had a buy one, get one 50% off coupon, and I also had a $10 off coupon, so I did use those for these items, but I'll just show you these real quick first. This is a remote control tractor that Carson picked out. I think it's so cool. We've never had a remote control tractor before. It was $8.50. And then we had a bag of these like little cars. There was a fire truck in here as well, John Deere, and the fire truck came out already, but it's just multiple different little cars. And this was also $5.50. So I grabbed that because, you know, the kids just always have to have toys for whatever reason every time we go anywhere, probably because I buy it for them, so they expect it. Anyway, I did look at shoes for Austin because he did just size up. I did not find any tennis shoes, but these are so cute. These were $6.50, and then I fell in love with these as well, and these were also $6.50. I didn't want to buy both of them, but I loved them both so much I ended up buying them both. And then I did buy some Halloween themed books. So I got this skeleton cat book for just $1, and then I got this Skelly's Halloween. And this, I believe, was $2. Yeah, that one was $2. So 2 new Halloween books for them to enjoy this year. And let me show you what the main reason why we went. So I always like to grab Halloween clothes. I did not find anything for Austin, so I ended up not buying anything. I did grab this shirt for $4.50. I thought it was super cute. The kids really love dinosaurs right now, like especially Carson. He's like big in the dinosaur phase right now. So I grabbed this, but I only grabbed one shirt. I usually like to buy a couple pieces, but that's the only thing I found. So this is Austin's costume. He's going to be Mickey Mouse, y'all. So I'm so glad I found this because I was like literally not going to get him anything. I did pay $10 for this costume. Now, this is for AJ. AJ wants to be Handyman How. He is a YouTube channel, and he dresses in like a blue hard hat and this with a blue shirt. I already have everything I needed. All I need was this vest, and I need the blue hard hat. So still, I need the blue hard hat, but everything else I have. This was $2.50. So I was like, super excited for this find, and I just think that it just looks so realistic. Has these little pockets. It's not cheaply made. It doesn't feel like a costume material, like it feels real. You know what I mean? So I got that for $2.50. And then this is what Carson wanted to be that we had a hard time finding in his size. And this is a Spider-Man. So that's what the boys are going to be for Halloween, y'all. So now I have to go ahead and separate the meat that we bought from Martin's. So I would usually just put this in the fridge and put it off. But for the sake of the video and for the sake of being productive, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and put these in bags. And let me tell you, I probably would have put it in the fridge and left it in there had I had room to put anything in my fridge. But I did not. So we're going to go ahead and separate this up and get it in the freezer. So I learned to not write on the white part of the baggies, y'all. I don't know. Is it just me? But when I write on the white part, my marker stops working, and I be using a Sharpie and it just stops working. So I write under the white part. Let me know what you guys do, or if you guys have noticed that too. But I just put 3 breasts in each bag for us, and that's how much we usually eat when we eat dinner anyway. So I just divide it up because the packs usually have 6 in them. So we're going to go ahead and get this tractor working for the boys, and then I'm going to go ahead and just get our lunch together. So while I was at Martin's, I did pick up a sub, and we're just going to cut that up and divide that between all of us. That way I don't have to take any time to put lunch together for us, since we've already had such a busy day. And I think at this point we've only had like an hour before it was time to go get the kids from school. That little tractor is super cute, y'all. So definitely a great $8 buy. I love buying the kids' toys from like secondhand places because they break them anyways. Like half of the time when I buy them something, it's broken within 24 hours. So I don't go out and spend a whole bunch of money on just useless like cars and stuff because they are so rough with them. So I wanted to get some of the kitchen done, but I had to come on outside. You guys, my garden, I haven't done an update since my green beans were little teeny tiny babies. So I wanted to show you how far it's come and like how the fall garden and everything is doing. So let me show you that, y'all. So this flower is thriving right now. I guess the cooler weather it does better in. Other than this leaf, I don't know if I should just cut this leaf off or what. Have not a clue, but that's looking so pretty. I'm thinking about maybe getting a bigger pot for it because I think it's going to expand if I get a bigger pot, because look, it's got another one growing in right there. But we still got our cherry tomatoes are going so strong still. We have that plant that I planted late in the season is like loaded with tomatoes still, but our pepper plants haven't really had anything on it, maybe like one or two, and now one or two recently, like at the beginning of the season. We got a whole bunch, and then we kind of went the last couple weeks not getting much, but look, they are coming back out. Look at all of that. There is a ton on here, so we're gonna be good for the fall, because look, we've got two of the like bigger ones, and then we got a couple of small ones growing on here as well. And we've moved our plants again, y'all. We just steady move them all around. This is our third pepper plant. I've been looking every day. None of these, I don't know if they're gonna turn into something. I don't see anything in here though. This plant is so heavily leafed that I guess it's easy to miss, but I don't see anything. But I do see all these on top, so we'll see what happens. And then this is our tomato plant that we have picked up from Aldi's, and it literally didn't really produce anything at all until recently. But oh, what is that? What is that? That makes me sad. This one is clean. I don't know what that is. I'm sad. But anyway, this one's producing pretty well. Hopefully, look. I don't know what that is. It looks like something's eating them. I am so sad, y'all. So sad. This one's pretty big, but it's like so misshaped, y'all. That's pretty cool. And then we got a whole bunch of Roman coming in too. So I've been making this tomato dish with the cherry tomatoes, and I want to share that with you guys. So there's so many cherry tomatoes on here that I'm waiting for. I think once these are all ready, I'm gonna go ahead and make that dish again and share it with y'all. I love seeing the butterflies. I like never got to see butterflies in a long time until we planted our garden. But look, you guys, this is what I wanted to show you. Our broccoli. We are growing broccoli, y'all. I cannot even believe it. And look how big this plant got. Now, this is the plant that I planted in like June. I didn't realize it was more of a fall crop. It did pop up pretty good since the weather started cooling down. And these are our carrots that we just planted for fall. So our carrots are blowing up right now. So that's so like the carrots, the broccoli, yeah, just the carrots and broccoli are our fall crops. The tomatoes and the peppers we've done all summer. Yep, there's a bee right there pollinating. Go ahead, bee, do your thing, do your thing. So this is our other fall crop. So these are green beans. I planted a few weeks ago and they're starting to flower already. So this is my first time growing green beans. So I'm super excited about that. And then over here, we've got another broccoli right here, which this is how our other broccoli started out. The leaves kept getting eaten and eaten. And then finally it just exploded and it turned out fine. And then we've got some lettuce sprouting right here. So I only planted 2 lettuce, and then the rest of this is spinach. And I'm not sure if that is spinach or if that is a weed. I'm gonna wait for the rest of the spinach to pop up and see, kind of compare. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. It's a guessing game for real. But this is it. Look at all the flowers. They're all over, all down in the flowers, all the way up. So I'm hoping we do good on green beans this year. We do pretty good on snap peas, and I thought they grew exactly the same way, but the plant looks nothing the same, so hopefully so. That's just basically how our little garden is going, y'all. Let me know if you guys garden for the fall, and what is it that you are growing, and if you grew anything new this year. That's what I want to know. Like, what did you grow new, and what's easy? What are you doing good at? Because this is only my second year and I am still very much learning. That just looks so pretty, doesn't it? So pretty. Also, y'all, our blueberry bush is starting to produce again. So that's pretty cool. And here's AJ's flowers. This is basically all this has done all summer, was like bees. But remember, Carson's weren't coming up, and now they're like coming up really, really well. And I think we need to replant our strawberry bush plants because these are looking really bad. I'm going to replant them in a bigger pot and see what happens. I was not feeling these dishes this day. Let me tell y'all, you could imagine what my house looks like after being gone all day and having a busy morning getting the kids ready. I wasn't really able to clean up as we went. So the house was just so overwhelming. I did not feel like doing it. So I just went ahead and cut my playlist on my Alexa and went ahead and got busy with it. It is pizza night for us. And I do make our pizza from scratch. So I knew I had to get that started too before I left to go get my youngest from school, or the dough wouldn't be done in enough time because we do a movie night. And like, if I don't get the dough started in enough time, it's not finished rising in enough time for our movie to get started in enough time for it to be over in enough time for us to be ready for bed in enough time. So it's a whole routine. Like, pizza night starts at 2 o'clock for me. So me saying that just reminded me of those like trends on the shorts where they're like, this is what it's like to be in a woman's brain, how you have to do this, but then this happens and then this happens. And then also like the mom math where, oh, if we have to be somewhere by 8, then we have to leave at like 6:45 or something like that. That was just so cute. I loved it. But anyway, it is true. Like, if you are behind in any of the steps, then everything falls out of place and then your whole routine is messed up. And our kids, we do have a huge routine that we follow, and it's what helps us stay on track and keep our life a little bit together, if that makes sense. But y'all, I wanted to show you guys these. So I ordered these off of Amazon. They are kind of pricey. I think I paid like $13 for this, but this was one of those like second, like a return item that you can get discounted. So I paid 13, but I think if you don't get a discounted one, it's like 16. And I only paid that much for 6 of them because it came with the stand. That way I can store them in the fridge. So I can store them in the fridge. But I saw on TikTok somebody put in yogurt in these to make homemade go-gurts instead of buying like go-gurts. But since we're dairy free, I thought that would be perfect for our dairy free yogurt. So that way the kids can have already like already prepared for them yogurt that they can just go and grab, because I always buy these tubs. And so they're less likely to ask for it when I have to actually prep it for them versus that they can just grab it and go, if that makes sense. So I'm excited about these. These are actually for popsicles. These are for homemade popsicles. I already washed them. So we're going to test these out and see how they work. So I'm excited about them. So the yogurt that I have is unsweetened and unflavored because that's all they had on the shelf, and I needed it for something else that I was making. So I went ahead and bought it, but I'm going to go ahead and put some sweetener in here and some vanilla abstract to give it some taste for the boys. So I would usually put, like, in a whole tub, a tablespoon of sugar, but we were completely out of sugar. So I did use some of my sweetener, and then I put the vanilla abstract in, and the kids actually did like it. So I guess it was a super win. Let me see. Is it very, very good? Do you love it? Your own homemade Go-Gurt, huh? You know, if you squeeze it a little bit, some will come out. See? You just squeeze it a little bit. Okay? Just a little bit. Not very, very hard. Nice and gentle. They love it. I think this is going to be a hit. What do you think, Carson? Is it going to be a hit?
Yeah.
You think AJ's going to like it too? Yeah. Awesome. So I love this little trick, and I'm super glad that I bought it. However, for some reason in my refrigerator, our shelf space isn't like very tall, if that makes sense. We only have a couple of spots in our refrigerator where we can sit our milk up right and our juice jugs, and this is also one of them now because this is so tall that in that little bit of space that we have in the fridge, I have to make it all work. So that's what I'm doing right now, trying to make it work. So basically a little bit on the left hand side, and where you see my juice jug on the right hand side is the only spots in the fridge that have enough height to put stuff like that in. It's actually kind of weird. Like, why didn't they give us a little bit more space? It's great for the older ones. Yes, cheese. Not so much the little ones, y'all. So now I'm going to go ahead and get our pizza dough started for our movie night. So I had gotten this bread maker at the Goodwill for $8 a few months back, and I use it every week to make our pizza dough. I don't have to knead. I don't have to do anything. All I have to do is just dump all the ingredients in there, and the machine kneads the pizza, the dough, and helps it rise and everything to where it takes all the work away from me, and then all I have to do is roll it out and put the toppings on it and pop it in the oven. And like, if you make pizza dough or whatever, you gotta like knead it for like 8 minutes, if not longer. This machine does it for me for a whole 30 minutes, but it does give it rest in between. So I don't know how often it actually is kneading it, like how much of that time, but it is awesome. So it just kneads for 30 minutes with rest, and then it rises for an hour. And after that, I get to go ahead and shape our pizza. But I will drop what I put in here in the description below. But it's really just 3 cups of flour, a cup of water. I put some salt and some yeast, and I do put some seasonings in there as well. So we just got back from getting AJ, and the dough is rising. So we got 38 more minutes until the dough's ready. And I make myself like a special pizza, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started making that. So after I got done recording that, I turned around and noticed AJ's book bag on the floor, and I have to go through it and make sure everything is taken out or taken care of whatever's in the bag for me to see. So I like to do that as soon as we get home every day. It helps me stay on track and it gives me one less thing to do the next morning as well. So it just helps me stay put together. So that's what I do. So I'm going to go ahead and make my like healthier pizza that I had found on YouTube a few months back, and I've been making this for me every time we have pizza, and it's just healthier and it gives me more peace of mind. It doesn't make me as stressed, like feeling like I'm eating too much out of my diet, if that makes sense. So all I do is take 4 egg whites. So I separate the yolk from the white, and then I blend it with our blender for like 2 minutes until it's white and fluffy and it's so stiff that you can dump it upside down and it does not dump out. And then I just go ahead and put that, like shape it like a pizza on a parchment paper and bake it in the oven at 350 for 15 minutes, and it makes you a nice little crust. It's super easy to do. You also want to put like 2 teaspoons of cornstarch in there to help it stay stiff. And I also put whatever seasonings I like in there to give it some flavor. But it is truly a game changer for me because 4 egg whites is not that many calories. And then you're not eating all that carbs from the crust and the flour. So this is what you want it to look like when you're done blending. You don't want it to give at all. And when you go to put it on your parchment paper, you want to spray it with cooking spray, because if you forget to spray it with cooking spray, it is almost impossible to separate the egg whites from the parchment paper. Trust me, I have made that mistake so many times, y'all. My husband one time just would not let it go. He kept trying to take it apart, and he succeeded, but it was very tedious and very time consuming. So I suggest don't forget to do that. But that's how I make my little pizzas. They're actually very good and I really, really like them. So when I go to shape this pizza on the parchment paper, I do make it kind of like an inch thick. I think the recipe I was following when I first started made it thinner, and they made it more like a medium-sized pizza, where I make mine more like a personal pan-sized pizza, because I feel like when it was thinner, it was kind of like not holding very well. And the thicker you do, the more the slice actually holds, if that makes sense. So I just make it like an inch thick, and I don't be specific on keeping it nice and perfectly round. Not even for a regular pizza. I would drive myself crazy trying to make it round, y'all. So I don't do that. But we're going to go ahead and get started on the regular pizzas while my base of my pizza is baking. So this dough is the amount of dough that you would use for a regular sized pizza with regular amount of crust. But my husband really likes his crust thin. So I do separate this dough into 2 separate pizzas, and I make it as thin as I can. And so it's very tedious because of us using enough dough for one pizza, but we do make it happen, and it makes it our flour and everything stretch. So that's what you see me doing right now. I'm just going to go ahead and make sure it's not sticky anywhere, adding flour to it to take this tackiness away from it. And then I'm going to cut it in half and start shaping our pizzas into nice round shapes. So I start off rolling it out, but after some time, I do start picking it up because gravity pulling it kind of stretches the dough a little bit more, making it a larger pizza. So that's what you just saw me doing. And then when I'm ready to put it onto my pizza pan, I just fold it like this, transfer it over there, and then unfold it. And that's how I do it. And then I go ahead and put my toppings on after it's already on my pan, just to make it nice and easy for me. So I've got the regular pizzas in the oven baking. I bake them at 350 for 15 minutes. And while they're baking, I'm going to go ahead and top my pizza so that way mine will be ready as soon as those pizzas come out. I go ahead and put mine in for about 5 to 10 minutes, however the cheese melts the way you want it. So I just top mine just like a normal pizza. I do add like green peppers or onions if I already have some cut up and pepperonis. And then this is just what it looks like, y'all. I love it. And it's honestly an awesome alternative. And it gives you that craving of the pizza without giving you the calories of a pizza. So this is what the boys' pizza turned out to look like. It looks so yummy. We used to make this with dairy-free cheese too, back when we were dairy-free. But y'all, look how yummy this is. There, I got you guys a close-up. And then my pizza's coming out next, y'all. And this is what my pizza looks like, just as yummy, y'all. But that's it for this video because, of course, for the rest of the night, it is family night. But I will see you guys in the next video. I truly appreciate every single one of y'all watching today's video. I truly appreciate all your support. As always, remember to continue simply living your best life. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.